Hello and welcome back to Paris Crochet Flow. My name is Paris and I am back with a mini tutorial of the loop scarf that I mentioned I would be doing a mini tutorial, so I'm going to get right into it. When I say a mini tutorial, what I'm referring to is that I'm going to be doing the scarf into scale, because just to cut down on time, and because I am not planning to do a complete scarf right now. However, by doing it to scale, then you can make your own scarf. I mentioned that in my scarf I started with 175 chains, and the loop, which is a loop, a turnaround, which is sort of like that, which I will show you in this tutorial, was around 40 chain, 40 stitches. So I am going to do it to scale, so we are just going to do a chain of 20 and then we are going to take it from there. So I'm going to chain 20, and you would be chaining 145 or 175 or 100 and whatever you choose, just for the length of your scarf, because for my scarf I made it so that it goes around the neck twice, and I will attach a picture of the scarf. So I'm going to chain 20, and that is going to be to scale. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, sorry, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. In my scarf I used 2 strands of worsted weight, but this is weight number 6, so it's quite heavy. So I'm gonna say this is going to be my scarf, but now I'm going to chain 10 more, which is going to be for the loop, and this loop would be, in the real scarf it would be 40 or 50 based on your preference. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So that loop, the 10 stitches would be the loop that would turn around like that. So that would be 40 in your case, or if you're making the full scarf. So I'm going to slip into the 11th chain from the hook. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So I'm going to slip stitch right here, and in your case that would be on the 40th or on the 41st, so you can leave a loop of 40 stitches. So now we are going to be making double crochet stitches from there. So in your case, if you're making the I'm assuming you're making the complete scarf, you would be making 130 double crochets or 150, or whatever your preference is for the length of your scarf. If you wanted to go 2 times round your neck, 3 times, that's all preference, but we would be making double crochets all along. So start with your 100, say 140 of double crochets or 100, and I will meet you at the end. So in my case I'm just making a mini one, so I'm only crocheting I believe 20. Okay, so go ahead, make your double crochets up to the end, and I will meet you there. Okay, so once you get to the end of your scarf, which is going to be your chain 140 or 130 or whatever your choice is, we are going to turn our work, and we are going to chain 3, 1, 2, 3, which is going to be our first double crochet, and then we are going to be working double crochets in the back loop only. Okay, so you're going to work double crochets all the way back, and when we get back to the loop, we are going to work double crochets into the loop as well. So go ahead and make your double crochets, and I will meet you at the loop. You have worked your 130 double crochets, or 100 or 150, based on the choice of your scarf. For me, I'm just making a mini scarf because this is a mini tutorial. Now this would be your loop, that is 40 stitches. In my case it's only 10, but in your loop, that's 40 stitches. You would be working double crochets in every stitch. It's a chain, so you would go into each and every stitch in the chain and work a double crochet. So go ahead and work double crochets in the loop, and that means it will go round into the other side of the scarf. Okay, once you work your stitches around the loop, which is going to be wider, of course, because it's going to be 40 stitches for you. In mine is just a mini scarf, like I have mentioned before. You're going to continue and work on the other side of the chain now. This is the chain we started with, so we are going to work along the chain now, and in your case it's going to be 100 plus stitches based on the choice of your length of your scarf. You're going to work all stitches, make double crochets along all the stitches. So go ahead and make your double crochets, and I'll meet you at the end of the chain, or at the end of your scarf. Okay, as you can see, we are at the end of the chain, so we're going to turn our work again, and you're going to chain 3, and now based on the length of your scarf, you're going to be working double crochets in the back loop only, all around, including around the loop, which is going to be a bigger loop for you. You're going to work all around the loop, and you're going to work all the way to the end, and then you will turn your work such that when you're done, this side is going to be a flat edge and this side is going to be somewhat semicircular. So this is where our scarf, once we are done, our scarf is supposed to go through like that. Okay, I hope this makes sense. But you will go ahead and work double crochets. You are going to work double crochets in the back loop only, right there, and you are going to achieve a very nice ribbed fabric. And in this round, you're working all the way along the scarf, including along the loop. So that's why I'm calling it a loop scarf, because we are leaving an opening for the scarf to latch on, or to put your scarf through, and it kind of holds nicely there. I'm going to attach an image, so go ahead, work double crochets all along your scarf, including around the loop. Okay, as you can see, I'm back to the loop. This would be larger for you because it's 40 stitches. In my case it's mini, so we are still working only back loops, we are working double crochets only in the back loops. Ensure your work is not twisted, because we don't want it twisted. So as you can see, I'm working around the loop now, and based on the size of your scarf, this is gonna take you longer, of course, but if you're working using a larger hook and heavier yarn, which is bulky, then it's going to work quickly. In my case, for the scarf that I did using the burnwood fence color, it was worsted weight that I worked 2 strands. So as you can see, I worked around the loop, and now I'm going along the other end of the scarf. Okay, so we are only doing back loops only. That's how you get the ribbed effect. So once you're at the end of your scarf, you would be turning based on how wide you want your scarf to be, because this is the width. And in my case, the scarf that whose picture I'm going to attach and which I discussed in a previous video, I did 4 rows. So I did 1 on either side, so I did 4 rows back and forth. So 1, 2, 3 and 4. So in this case, these are only 2 rows, 2 and 2, and as you can see, our loop is right here. So in the case of the scarf, this was the loop, this would be your loop, and on this side is where you cut up some pieces of yarn and add a fringe. So I'm going to attach a picture of the actual scarf here so you can see it, but that's the process. I just wanted you to understand the concept. If you still want me to do the complete scarf, I am absolutely open to that. However, that will take me maybe 2 days to get to do that, just because I have to work for the next 3 days. But for now, if you would like to go ahead and start your scarf, that's the concept. You make a chain and you just keep working round and round, leaving that loop that you left there for 40 stitches, and that's where our scarf is going to latch into, like that. And based on the length, the scarf should be able to go round 2 or 3 times based on your preference, and that's how it's going to look like. I hope this at least gives you an idea of how to do the scarf. It's not hard, it's just that you have to leave a loop and work around it. Okay, let me know if this makes sense. If you still want me to do the complete scarf, I will be open to doing that in the next few days. For now, happy crocheting, happy making, and just go with the flow. Bye.